Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network, March 24, 2025. Let's go to the chart, see what chart tells us. S&P 500 daily chart. So we just got a nice pop today. We captured the SMA 20, but we are getting to this area. So remember, this area is very, very important. So there are two camps now. One camp is saying potentially we are kind of like a bottom here, and we may see some kind of like it going up and then coming down for a higher low and then getting back to the upside potential new all-time high. That's the bullish camp. The bearish camp is we are kind of like having this pop, but this pop is going to be dead cat bounce. I think it is going to be a sell. It's going down. I don't know which one is correct. The only thing that I'm just saying is that we need to just get here, and my strategy is kind of like a rebalancing my portfolio. If we get downside pressure, which I believe it's going to be downside, even if we are bullish, we should expect some kind of like a higher low here to get back to the upside. And then we can just analyze uh, our kind of like a chart and our portfolio to see how dynamics are shifting to the downside or upside. If it goes to the upside, that's going to be risk and volatility. So lots of factors need to be played, and we're going to see if market is going to go down or up. So the best thing I would say in this market is hedging yourself. So the best case scenario for me is going to be if you're going to get up and then we're kind of rebalancing our portfolio. Even if we get to the downside, we have enough hedge to kind of like protect ourselves for this downtick. And then we are getting back to the market when it hits another low, which is gonna be potential, I would say, potential lower low. That would be possibility somewhere around here. So still, it is in on my radar here, somewhere around here. If we get below this 5,300, we're gonna have like a sharp sell-off in May, June. So May, June, we may see some kind of like a bottom formation if market doesn't go to new all-time high. So right now, I would say everyone needs to pay attention on this decisive moment, which is going to be here. So 5820 area. That's going to be kind of like the decisive moment for the market. We may reach tomorrow or Wednesday, but I would say this week we're going to have slightly sideways to the positive. Today price action was fantastic, like it gapped up. Buyers just pushed the market higher, but the volume was short. Like the volume was low, 50 million SPY traded. But on Friday, we traded 90 million. So this is huge. This is huge. And remember, if you haven't watched my weekly analysis, make sure watch that one. I was mentioning about this bull flag. And I was mentioning about the demand area that initiate this rally. So this rally can continue to 58 to 50, even 9. So 58.91, let's say 5,900. That's going to be the scenario. But after that, I'm not sure about this. So the more I stretch, it goes higher. I would say the more possibility for the bullish momentum just uh, just getting higher and higher. And we are kind of like a see the higher low rather than lower low. So we will see how it goes. The Nasdaq is the same scenario here. Nasdaq, we had a fantastic pop, but the top here is going to be here, which is going to be important area. Look at this candle here. Look at this here, here. This is election bottom, and we recaptured election bottom right now. So there is going to be another potential resistance here somewhere around here, which is going to be 20,600. So that's in my radar, 20,600, which is going to be 450 above the current level. That is huge resistance volts. Even if market is bullish, continues its bullish momentum, we may see some kind of like a potential hiccups, downtick, or kind of like a pause consolidation in that area. So stay tuned for that one. Dow Jones is the same. We had great kind of like a session today. We recaptured SMA 200 and also SMA 20 on a daily basis. We recaptured this pivotal point, this pivotal point. That is kind of like a force strike pattern, just recapturing two important moving averages, getting back to the upside, and also recapturing this pivotal point. However, the supply area is on top of us. So we shouldn't just ignore this one because the huge resistance is coming. First, this area, and the second is going to be the fresh zone is going to be here, which buyers try to push back it higher by but they can't, and it goes down to the lower low here, capitulated to 40,000 area. Right now we are at 42,000. This is great, and we may have uptick to 43,000 even, but it doesn't mean that we are kind of like seeing a bullish momentum to new all-time high. We should cautious about that. Gold just third consecutive to the downside. So we may see some kind of like this downtick continuing to 29.49. That would be the scenario for gold. I would say this is going to be a corrective move, nothing more. Silver is the same. Let me just pull the chart here. So silver is the same. You're seeing kind of like the hiccups, kind of like going to the downside, doji bar here, but silver can go lower to middle of this wide range bar, somewhere around 32.50. So this 32.50, that would be kind of like the scenario for silver. If silver goes higher, that would be a strong shift to the upside. Moving on to crude, crude just nicely getting to the upside. I would say the forecast for crude is going to be short-term target is going to be 71 to 74. But after that, I'm not sure about this. So after that, uh, if it reacts to the downside, I would say the lower crude is coming. But if it goes above 74, I would say the new bullish era just initiated for crude, and crude can go a lot higher, a lot higher. I mean, like a 30% maybe to $100, which is going to be $25 on top of $74. That's going to be huge for crude. That's going to be huge for economy overall. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to individual names, so starting with Bitcoin as usual. Bitcoin just a nice rally, but still below this 92, 94,000. If Bitcoin gets above 94,000, it's going to be a bullish momentum all the way to 110. If it doesn't, that's going to be just a short term dead cat bounce, and still the lower possibility scenario is going to be here somewhere around here, which I'm kind of like waiting for this one a long time. Ethereum is the same, 2000 area recaptured, 2500 to 2900. That's the bullish area. If we break above this, it's going to be a lot higher. Then we are going to go back to the all-time high. Otherwise, it's just a dead cat bounce. Bond yield, nice push above 4%. And it seems like it's getting strength. Short-term bottom here last week, 2 weeks ago. And right now we are just tackling for 420 to 430. Treasury on the other side goes down. Seems like the double top formation around 92 is forming there. And we may go down to 88 to 89 for potential buyers coming back. VIX just going down $17.48. And VIX can go lower to $12. Dixie just like a bond yield going higher today. That put pressure on gold, and that put pressure on precious metals overall, metals as well. So 105, that's going to be the target. But after that, I'm not sure about it. Apple just getting back to the upside today. Nice pop with along with technology, but Apple actually is kind of like a underperforming the other names. If you go to, for example, Amazon, huge move today, 203, great move for Amazon. Meta had a fantastic move as well, 618, so 640 is on top of it, and it's going to be a huge resistance there. Microsoft actually was kind of like a shallow, it just going up, gapped up, but sellers took control instead of buying. People are selling Microsoft at this level, not sure why, but Google just popped today, nice pop, 167 close. And that's great pop. Google can go to 180 at the maximum target for the short term. Not sure about that after this. Netflix, 971, just getting to the supply area here. You see that here's the supply area on top of this wide range bar. Short-term resistance though. So this is going to be a wide range bar, and this is going to be another supply area, wide range bar to the downside. Lots of resistance around 1,000. Even if it goes above 1,000 this time, that's got to be a huge move. Okay, can't go to double top or new all-time high. Tesla, great move. This is one of the best pattern. We had a video on Tesla last weekend. We mentioned about the bottom here, and the target is going to be 309, 325. Make sure to watch that video. Still, that video analysis is valid. Actually, it is getting super valid right now. We got above 269, 270, which is important level to watch. And right now, it's just getting back to the upside. 300, 325, that's the level that everyone needs to pay attention, because if it goes higher, After this, that's going to be just end of the bear market for Tesla. It can go higher, but everyone needs to pay attention on this. I think 309, 325, that's huge, 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 important area. SMA, Semiconductor Index, just nice pop today, 230. I think 240 to 245 can still available. Stocks the same pattern here, just going higher today, 215 to 220. That's the supply area that I'm looking at. Taiwan Semiconductor, nice pop today, and it can go higher to 190 to 195. This is the area that I'm looking at. AMD, huge pop after this, kind of like a bearish trend breakup, shifting a structure to the upside. Great move. AMD can go higher, coming back down for a higher low here. That could be a buying opportunity. 120 is important level because if it goes above 120, AMD 140 is coming, which is coming to this area. So still tuned for that one. But I would say AMD, that's kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel. At least for the short term, we may see some kind of like a nice rally to 140. That's a lot of development for AMD. Since even 90 to 140, that's going to be 40%. That's a lot, I know. But compared to the top here and the bottom here, that's nothing. Basically, people stock here at this area 122. So that's why I'm saying if you stock here at 120 and you see that pressure, selling pressure is coming when it reaches there, that's very, very normal. NVIDIA, nice pop today, and we just got analysis for NVIDIA last weekend as well. We are forming a nice bullish consolidation here. I believe NVIDIA 130 is coming to hit this trend line and to hit this wide range bar. Here is the supply area 130 to 131. So that's the area for NVIDIA. Moving on to Texas. Texas just getting back to the upside nicely. If it goes above 200, that's a huge development, but I'm not sure about the current level. There are lots of choppiness here for Texas, but a good pop today. We will give it benefit of doubt. Lam Research just tackling to 80 again. So far, so good for Lam Research. Lots of choppiness there. XLF, which is financials, great pop today. It can go higher to 51. KBE bullish here. And it just triggered to the upside. 56 is coming. KRE, the same pattern. 60 is coming. JP Morgan, nice move today to 54 potential scenario for JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs getting already to the supply area. We may see 600 down the road, but that's going to be kind of like a short-term resistance there. Bank of America, nice pop today. It's just a triggering upside move. 44 potential scenario. Wells Fargo, the same pattern here. 76 scenario. GDX, I believe 44.25. That's very, very important for GDX coming down. GDXJ coming down today. 52 potential scenario for finishing its correction. AEM, the same scenario going down. I believe 100 could be a correction, just a 4% correction for the scenario. Newmont, after just the tackling to 50, not successful, coming down, potentially can go to 46 to 45. Then it can go higher. Gold Barrick, the same scenario here, $18 going down. XLE, which is Energy Spider, nicely consolidating. I believe energy market can go higher, especially when crude at least has potential upside move to 76, 74. So right now, XLE just forming a nice consolidation. X on the same pattern here, and Chevron nicely tackling 166, just rejected. There are a lot of resistance here, 160 to 166, but as soon as it consolidates and it breaks to the upside, I would say Chevron can hit new all-time high. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye.